Good is good, it's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be taking our first look at what is to believe all the card tiers of NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Talking about, what they mean, like what does 100 overall mean compared to invincible and GOAT cards? What are the card arts going to be like, as we do have some on 2K database right now, and how this is going to look. Now, where was this found? I do believe it was found on 2K database. It's no longer there anymore. And so it's like, is this a for sure thing? I want to say, no, this is not guaranteed, at least in my opinion. Again, obviously, everything can always change, but I'm pretty confident these are the tiers that we are going to see. So we're already in Season 4 as it stands right now. So kind of what does the timeline look for this? Well, we'll probably see Galaxy Opals in a Season 4. And so then in Season 5, probably see our first Dark Matter, 100 overall in Season 6, Invincible in Season 7, and then in Season 8, probably GOAT type of cards. Now, that's just my prediction. We'll have to kind of see, again, how that all works. Now, here's the main thing for me, right? Galaxy Opal Dark Matters, we already had them. Invincibles, GOATs, we already had them. And so really the only difference is the 100 overall thing. And I don't know exactly what that's going to look like what is that going to mean? And even if we go in here to 2K database, we can look at some of the different type of card arts and, maybe find a 100 overall one in here. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I know DBG tweeted out a picture of 100 overall LeBron James. Like, is this how it's going to look? I don't exactly know. Now, again, what does 100 overall mean, and what is my kind of prediction for it? Well, the first thing I want to say is it's on this graphic above Invincibles. So our 100 overall is going to be better than Invincibles? I don't think so. What my thinking is again, I don't know, maybe they'll be like, again, how do you make 100 overall? I don't know. Maybe there'll be like 100 overall stats. I don't really know how that exactly looks when it comes down to it. But it is that extra tier. The big thing for me is that right now it appears as it's in between Dark Matter and Invincible. And so I don't know if they, just make some of their stats 100 overall, or, they are actually 100 overall, but don't have every badge in the game. Like, I don't know exactly how that looks. And so for me, like, I get what 2K is trying to do with the 100 overall. I get it. But is it something that excites me? Not really. Like, I just think they're doing too much when it comes down to making, like, the 100 overall. Like, I don't think that's going to be a fun type of concept. I already think Invincible and GOATs is too much, especially with how 2K has done things in the past. Like, there's no need for both Invincible and GOAT tier cards, considering they're basically the same. And last year we saw 2K give GOAT cards to basically anyone. And so that's another problem I have, is the fact that I feel like 2K gives GOAT cards to too many people. So that's the one thing as I'm looking at this graphic, and we are in late January and still do not have our first Galaxy Opal. My mindset is this: I just hope that the pacing stays somewhat okay, so at the end of the game we don't see a bunch of GOAT tier cards. And again, I don't even have a problem with 2K changing SIGs. When I talk about pacing, I'm talking about us getting Dark Matters, in January. Like that, we don't need that. But what we do need, and again, this is my personal opinion, we need there not to be 500 GOAT cards. If you want to make a GOAT MJ, GOAT Bron, GOAT Kareem, GOAT those top tier cards, okay, cool. Maybe not even Kareem, I don't know. Take your top 5, whoever y'all's top 5 is, and make them your GOAT tier cards. Outside of that, I feel like it's too much. But there's nothing really going to change with the Galaxy Opal or Dark Matters. The one thing I will say that this graphic makes me believe is that things are going to speed up relatively quickly soon. Because we still got 5 more tiers to hit on. And basically, the game is basically done early August. So you look at February, March, April, May, June, July. We have 6 more months. And we've got 5 more card tiers to get through. So again, I mean, yes, Galaxy Opals are probably going to, take up a lot of the time, and then maybe it'll be March before we get our first Dark Matter. Who really knows? But then, I mean, after that, I feel like things are really going to have to speed up, which I don't know if I necessarily love. Again, that's kind of why I'm kind of not super, that's kind of why I'm not a super big fan of the 100 overall. Depends on what it is. Again, if it's the kind of bridge between the Dark Matter and Invincible, okay, whatever. But I just don't hope it, I hope it's just not more overpowered, Invincible level cards just with another name. But my whole thing is this, like, I've always felt the need, or felt like, okay, after Dark Matter, there only needs to be one tier. and that's GOAT tier. You can make multiple Dark Matters of the same card. It doesn't matter. They can get better. But there's no reason for both Invincible and GOAT tier cards. I just think we're doing too much. Like, let's just throw out a random name like Anthony Edwards, for example. He doesn't need an Invincible card. Like, just get him a Dark Matter with a better release, and that's fine. He doesn't need an Invincible card. And even like LeBron. Why does LeBron need an Invincible card and a GOAT card? That just does not make sense to me. And I honestly, I wish GOAT cards were like actually super valuable and super good. And I just feel like that's not the way 2K has went with this thing. So I don't know. I might be in the minority here when I say I'm not the biggest fan of more tiers. I mean, if you do want the game to kind of speed up the process and you're like, man, this pacing is way too slow, then you should be a fan of this. Because, I mean, this basically confirms that they're going to have to speed things up sooner rather than later long term. And I guess for the 100 overall, I'm somewhat excited for it. I mean, this is what a GOAT tier card could look like with Michael Jordan. But when we go look at these cards, like, I don't know, you know, what is it going to be like when we do get to the 100 overall type of level? What do those cards look like? Again, it's all up for speculation at this point. Nobody truly even knows if this is a reality, because even if I go in here to the players and look by tiers right now, that's no longer a thing. But my whole thing is, okay, why would 2K database put that in the game if it wasn't to come? You know, like, if it wasn't actually going to be a thing, I don't think 2K database would have had that on their website. And so that's just another thing to kind of think about and to look at is, although this isn't guaranteed, it probably is going to happen. So again, I don't know how I really feel about this. I just had to make a video on it because, I mean, a lot of people in the community are hyped about it. Some people are like, seriously? For me, I'm more in this seriously boat. Like, what is really the point of this? What are we really getting out of this? I don't really know. I will say, again, I don't even know. I think Kobe as a collector level, hopefully is a GOAT tier card. Again, I don't know, but that's available in April. So I think that's when we'll really start to see some crazy cards. After the collector level Kobe, which I think is available in April, is when things are really going to get crazy and really going to get hectic. Right now, we're still at the pink diamond tier. I guess we did get our first duo Galaxy Opal, which probably means Galaxy Opals are by themselves are going to come super soon in my team. Now, after Galaxy Opals, I guess the other way to look at it is there is 4 more tiers. You know, Dark Matter, 100 overall, Invincible, and GOATs. And we are still in January. So I don't know. I just hope they start changing Sig's animations more than anything. Like, sure, these tiers are cool. They're cool to talk about. I don't mind it. But when we start changing Sig's animations, that's when us get super excited. Because as much as they want to make these card tiers good, if you look at a card like Michael Jordan, who just came out, I mean, is he, badge-wise, maybe not. But is he basically an Invincible already? I mean, he's got a 94 3-ball, 97 speed, 98 lateral, 98 interior, 97 perimeter, 98 driving. Like, he's basically an Invincible. The only thing that can change is Sigs, and that goes back to my whole point of, look, these card tiers are cool, but they need to start changing Sigs. And maybe that's part of it. But let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.